Now that it's screwed in, I need to go and make the holes for the front van. That is also a little bit smaller one what the default one is. The default is 92 millimeters and the new one is 80. The real size is something like 92, but it still like gives us the 1000 RPM more, and it doesn't have the lights, what is somewhat nice. I don't like when there's too much light, because sometimes I'm just keeping the PC on during the night and I'm watching the Netflix or something like that, and the whole damn room is almost lighting up because the red lights here. And we have the LED stripe here still, so. But this is the temperature setup or testing setup. And keep in mind that if you have the Acer Nitro 50 and this is the ARC A770, it fits here. The side panel is going here, so it's pushing the graphic card power cables. It will be better option if you have big card like this ARC is, to have some angled connectors or something, the quality ones, and you rotate the graphic card cables from the front side of the card here, and then you use the connectors from the top side. I think that is way better way to do that, but it's just for the testing purposes. So I'm not too worried about that. Now it's drilled. I did use a 12mm wood drill bit, and it's not nice or beautiful or anything like that, but hey, at least it's working. So let's go and mount this. So let's rotate the cable. You can basically use like something like multi-tool or something and cut the. This has 3 layers, so 1 layer, middle one and second layer, and you can cut the first layer here. But yeah, I didn't want to do that. I have the multi-tool or multi-saw, whatever you want to call it, at the garage. But I did have the 12mm drill bit here at the home. Or you can just go to the hardware store and get small bolts, but I don't want to go and drive to hardware store and find like, I don't know what are these, M3 maybe or something. Or you can just use a small chip ties or whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But now it's secured on the front panel. So there is a lot of options what you can use here or how you can do this. But I like to do it like this because we have the extra screws. And with the ID cooling fan we have a little bit more cable here, but it's not still enough for the splitter. Even if we just rotate here and top of the CPU cooler, then it may be just enough. So we are using the extension cable what is here. Okay, first thing what I want to talk about is the boot up. The fan noise is much quieter on the idle. So far so good. And now you think what next? Okay, we install the side panel back on and we start testing the CPU temps. I did go a little bit overboard, but when I needed to take the motherboard away from the case to install the cooler, I was thinking like, why the hell we just don't take this away? And this is the hooded tray. It wasn't that easy what I was thinking, so it required a lot of force. It's because there is too many things here. We have rivet here, 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 and we have rivets here and here. So that is not all. There is screw place here and here. These are I'm going to use to install the SSD. I 3D print the SSD holder what I So the SSD is going to be installed like this here, like back wall. And then there is screws here, here, here and here. And these are really varied size screws, really tiny one. And you have the cage, or the HDD cage it's basically right here. So this was only screwdriver what I did fit here, and these screws are really tight, so I needed to push really hard and turn same time, and now my fingers are really hurting like hell. But hey, the HDD cage is away here, and for this one you can just wiggle the HDD cage when you have the rivets here and all the 6 screws from the back wall away, and you can wiggle that and get little bit room between the case and the leg or the metal piece here, and then you just have flat head or something and push that flat head between the metals and turn that different directions, and then the rivet is giving away. I don't recommend doing this, but hey, it's my PC, I want to test this, I want to go crazy with everything, and that damn thing is, the weight of this is like same amount what the whole damn CPU cooler is. This is not like anything like foil or anything, like thin metal. This is really heavy, and but at least yeah, there is only 2 screw rivets here at this side, so it was pretty easy to just starting to wiggle this and get the room between this and the case, and just use a flathead to pop that out. But yeah, this is really chunky boy. Also I did find out that there is mesh here, and you have the ventilation for the power supply. That is pretty interesting because the power supply fan is installed at the top side by default. So with the Intel Arc A770, we have something like 3 centimeters between the power supply and the graphic card fans. So I don't know. It feels like it's like the wrong way to install the power supply. I just think that it's not that good for the graphic card and everything. So you have the airflow coming from the front, and then you have the power supply sucking the air and exhausting the air from here, and same time you have the graphic card sucking air from 2 fans and trying to exhaust it from here. So I don't know, I think it would be wiser to just put the power supply sucking the air from here and exhausting that straight away, like it's doing most of the in most of the cases. Also, I don't know why they did do that different way, and maybe it's something like problem with the case airflow from the bottom or something, but always we can just add something like rubber pieces or something at the back legs to just lift it like that or something, or anything basically. It doesn't really matter. I'm not too worried about the power supply overheating. I'm not professional, I'm not expert, so don't take my words. And like that, it's done. So yeah, there is 2 centimeters between the power supply and the graphic card, with at least with the Intel Arc. So yeah, I think it's way better to just flip the power supply. Overall, I think it's pretty okay. I need to do some cable management, but I'm going to do that later. I'm going to install also the heatsinks for the RAM. I did order heatsink for the motherboard chipset. Yeah, these are really. Yeah, I don't know if it's card problem or what, because the heatsink it's blocking the angle for down. So basically, if you really want to have the best, then angle for up, or yeah, that is the only how you can do that easily, is up, and then you can have the cable and rotate that from like somewhere, I don't know, maybe backside or something. But yeah, now we have a lot of more room here. I think the uh, keep in mind we did only test the CPU, so I think we I think this machine will be in trouble if you want to game with something like A770 and you have the stock exhaust fan only here. You don't flip the power supply. Uh, I think you end up cooking your system or something. If you don't add the front fan, there is no airflow. And if you have something like this big card here, and you have the HDD cage here, uh, it's combat between the power supply and the graphic card to getting the air. And I don't know. I cannot see that it's working without any problems. And I think that is something. I think it's something really stupid design from the Acer. Like, we don't need the HDD cage. It can be something what you can install. Just ship the damn cage with the. If nothing else, it can be something like plastic, what you screw in your case if you really want to have that in your system or in your case. I don't see why you need two M.2 slots and you have two SATA slots for 3.5-inch drives. Or maybe these cases are from something designated from something like 5 years ago. But I think in long run this is not the ideal solution. If your case side panel is touching the and pressing the graphic card power cables, I will just take adapter or order some adapter. That is not the long-term solution because it's vibrating, the case is vibrating with the fans and everything, and all the force is going to be on this cable right now here. So yeah, but I just use this most of the times when I'm running the test and everything. I'm using that without the side panel, so that is a big issue for me.
Okay, let's go and check the test result. I did use IDA64 and Burning test. All these are run 5 minutes. All the temperatures are in Celsius, and we have little bit difference between the room temperature. So default vanilla or the default exhaust fan at the rear, and Celantium PC 70mm fan at the front added. We don't really see anything difference here. Only Burning tested the maximum CPU temperature is almost 2 Celsius less. ID cooling fans at the rear and front, we don't really see that much difference. Uh, the biggest difference did come when we did change the CPU cooler and we did also remove the HDD cage. So here we can see that the max core is 73 Celsius and here is 82, 84, 83. So that is almost like 10 Celsius for the best result. What we have here is 82. So that is major upgrade, and also we can see the CPU cooler RPM is way lower right here. You can tune the chassis fans and the CPU cooler if it's too loud or anything like that. And same goes with the burning test. We can see the average is 80 here, 81, 80, and here is the 70.4. So that is major leap, and I'm really happy with the result here. And of course, I did want to test that with the side panel off when I'm using the Intel Arc. It's too big for the case, and here we can see major leap towards the cooler CPU also. So CPU average is here is 70.4 and here is 56.3. And keep in mind in burn-in test we did also get idle chassis fans and CPU fan. So the average temperature was so low that the fans did spin down. CPU cooler was 1500 RPM and chassis fans did run 2000 RPM here with this test. And IDA 64 we did get the max core 73 and nothing. This is a little bit different. I don't know. The CPU cooler did speed up more than RPM. Cooling test is way to go with this, and here you can see the results. Best way to go forward with this Acer Nitro 50 is basically just change the CPU cooler and at least add one 80mm at the front, or any fan what you have or you have available, just add it to the front and you're good to go. And it helps a lot. And I think the biggest bottleneck here is of course it's the case, and it also depends what is your graphic card size, how much it's blocking the airflow in the case. CPU cooler is the biggest bottleneck after the case, I think. I hope that the HDD case is blocking that much airflow. It's blocking some airflow, but air is still going inside the case when the fan is pushing that in. It's not the most direct way to the CPU cooler. But yeah, CPU cooler is also the second biggest bottleneck in with the Acer Nitro 50. So I hope that you can find this information useful for your own build. And I must say the IDE cooling product looks pretty damn nice. I'm happy with those right now. I think I'm just going maybe going to change the chassis fans at the rear at least. If you want to tinker, you can add like one exhaust fan at the top of the case or whatever you want to